everybody, so I totally have to jump on board with the MASH Book Edition game because this is brilliant and I cannot resist playing this. So MASH Book Edition was started by Jesse the Reader, and the category of best friend was added by Heather at Bookables, and so we're going to use all of these categories and it's going to be really fun. So let's get started. Got Sharpie here. We're going to see how well this shows up. I don't think that's going to show up very well. So I'm going to use a darker marker. Ta-da! So, our first category is world. And I have already sat down and figured out all of my answers because it takes me a really, really long time to figure out answers because I am incredibly indecisive, and I know that 20 minutes from now I'm going to come up with ideas that were so much better than the ones that I have right now. I'm not even going to tell you how long that I was sitting here thinking up ideas because it was a really long time and there was no way that I was going to record that because there ain't nobody who's going to want to watch that. We're going to skip all of my hemming and hawing. And we're just going to get on with it. So for world, we have the Dragon Rider world from Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funke. We have the Enchanted Forest from the Enchanted Forest Chronicles by Patricia C. Reedy. And I've watched several of the other videos that people have done, and I don't think that my answers are the same as, like, almost any of them. So hopefully you guys understand at least some of what I'm talking about here, because these are only fun if you can really relate to them very well. So for the third world, we've got the Ever Afters world, and that's from the Ever After series by Shelby Bach. Petrarch's Library. This is from the Ninja Librarian series by Jen Swan Downey. And it is a massive library that can access any point in time. So we were also supposed to pick one bad choice, and what worse world to live in than the world of Fahrenheit 451, where they actually burn books and nobody reads anymore. So that is my bad choice, is the world of Fahrenheit 451. So there are our worlds. Ta-da! For job, I have a ninja librarian. The job of a librarian is to protect the writers of unpopular things and also to protect all kinds of written works. And I just think it's a really cool job because, well, you get to learn fencing. My next choice is character, and this is from the Ever After series, and basically if you're a character, it means that you are going to live out one of the fairy tales. And I'm not sure what tale I would really like because, you know, you kind of want an adventure one, but then I'd also be really terrified of an awesome adventure one too at the same time, so I don't know. I don't know what kind of tale I'd want. My next job choice is literary detective, and I actually got this one because I watched the video that Stacy over at Magic of Books did, and she had literary detective, and I probably would not have thought of that if she hadn't done it, but it would be an awesome job. Thursday Next Series by Jasper Ford. Totally, you need to read that. As for my bad choice, I would pick being a silver tongue like the character Mo in the Inkworld series by Cornelia Funke. That would be just such a hard and horrible job because when you read something out loud, something in that passage is going to come to life, but it's also going to take something away from your real world and put it into the book. And so that would be just a horrible, horrible job to have because I love to read out loud. It would be so tempting to try and bring out what you would want to bring out. It would be such a temptation and such a horrible, horrible job. My last one is a magician detective, like Skullduggery Pleasant. So, gotta add that to the list. For transport, we're going to do the door trek system. This is also from the Ever After series, because if you guys haven't noticed yet, I completely adore these books. All of the time, yes. They are my answer to everything. The door trick system is a system of magic doors that are linked just all over the world. If you can create a door, you can make it open basically anywhere you want it to, and that is the door trick system, and it is freaking awesome. Number 2, dragon. Of course, a dragon. Who in their right minds does not want to ride on a dragon? Well, maybe people actually in their right minds, because dragons could actually be really terrifying. But yeah, sky ship. A sky ship. Specifically a sky ship from Larklight by Philip Reeve. the Dapple Grim. The Dapple Grim, also from the Ever After series. This is basically like a huge, majestic, giant horse. Not a creature that you want to be messing with, and not a creature you want on your bad side, but a completely awesome and amazing creature at the same time. My last one is Fairy Dust, Peter Pan style. For my best friend, okay, with this first answer, I'm kind of cheating a little. The Triumvirate. Again, from the Ever After series, and technically this is a group of 3 people, but it's such an awesome group of 3 people that I can't just choose one, and I didn't have room to put all 3 of them on there, so this is Chase Turnleaf, Lena Lamorelle, and Rory Landon. Kazul, the dragon from the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. She's got a tongue on her, and she's pretty tough, and I completely love her. Next is Artemis Fowl from the Artemis Fowl series by Owen Colfer. I just think it would be really interesting to have this genius teenage mastermind smart mouth as my best friend, because we would get into a lot of trouble together. I would totally love that. Not to mention he is completely rich, and there could also be a lot of really fun things that we would get to do because of that. So, you know. Inigo Montoya. You gotta love him. I mean, not only do you already know his favorite line ever, "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." But you know, after he kind of gets all over his revenge thing, he's gonna be like a really fun guy to hang out with. Not to mention, you would totally get to work on your rhyming skills. Marcus in the Ninja Librarian series, and he is a complete nerd, and he quotes Star Wars constantly, and he tries to use lines such as, "These are not the droids you are looking for," to get them out of scrapes and trouble, and we would have so much fun. My gosh. Husband. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this was actually the hardest category for me to do. Not because there were so many choices, but because this is not really something that I think about a whole lot. It probably doesn't help that my main reading genre, my favorite reading genre, is middle grade. So yeah, that would be really weird to put a middle grade character as my future husband choice. So what we have, okay, this one's a little weird, but Samwise Gamgee from The Lord of the Rings. And he's on this list because I have always been struck by how loyal and devoted and completely adorable Samwise Gamgee is. He's got all the characteristics of a good partner for life, and so that's why this Hobbit is on this list. Now, moving on. Captain Thorne. He's like one of my favorite characters in the Lunar Chronicles. And we go from like completely lovable and adorable Samwise to the rascal scallywag Captain Thorne, and I love that irony. Next on the list is Wesley, i.e. the Man in Black, i.e. the Dread Pirate Roberts from The Princess Bride. How has he been left off of like all of the other lists? I don't know. Wesley is on this list. As you wish. That's all I'm going to say to explain that one. Costi from Wildwood Dancing by Juliette Marillier. I love Costi. Costi is awesome. Now for my bad choice. I didn't do bad choices with everything, but I definitely did the bad choice for the husband. The King of Ireland. And this is from Enchanted by Alethea Contis. And let's just say that he's been married a couple of times, and not many of his wives lived very long for specific reasons. So yeah, he is my bad choice. Please don't let me get the King of Ireland. Please, please, please. Pet. Dragon, because I'm going to have a dragon, whether it's my best friend, my pet, or my transportation. Dragon is going to be my fate. Also a hellhound, because Percy Jackson just made that look like so much fun. Griffin. Okay, for my bad choice, I did an ROUS, a rodent of unusual size, because that would just have all kinds of problems. And also a talking horse. Talking horse kind of denotes intelligence, which means that calling it a pet would be degrading, but I was running out of ideas. That was almost as hard for me to pick as the husband choices. Next, I'm going to do the number of kids, and we're going to do 5, 3, 8, 2, and 10, because there's 5 choices there, 10 being the worst. No duh. So, we're going to do my spiral. Okay. Move over here. Spiral. 9. Okay, so we've got 9. Now, I have to warn you, there's like this Thompson family curse. Every single time that anyone in my family plays this game, we always wind up with the S, the shack. So let's see if I can break the curse. How many did I have? I had 9. Okay. 9? Oh, Inigo Montoya is not going to be my best friend. Okay, dragon is still on the table as the pet. We're good. 9. I don't have to live in the world of Fahrenheit 451! 9. I don't have to marry the King of Ireland. I'm so happy. Bye-bye, Hobbit. I'm pretty sure I have been skipping something, so sorry about that. Oh, ever afters. Bye, Captain Thorne, you scallywag. No literary detective. Darn. Oh, I don't get Wesley, but I do get Costy, so hey, you know, that's not too bad, actually. I am going to be a magician detective, and I think my pen is dying. Dragon, baby! Eat. Oh, look at that! The Thompson curse lives on. I live in a shack. A shack. I wonder where I'm going to keep my dragon. No! Okay, Artemis Fowl. That's not too bad. So I am all finished up here. Let me cap my pen before it completely dies. Okay, so what I wound up with was a shack. Thompson family curse, you know. I am the best friend of Artemis Fowl, which is pretty cool. I live in the Enchanted Forest, so, you know, talking dragons, magic carpets, magicians and wizards at war. Totally awesome. I am a magician detective, which totally fits into the Enchanted Forest Chronicles world, right? I get transport by the door trek system. I have 2 children with my husband, Costy, and we have a pet dragon, which I don't know why we're not using the pet dragon as our transports, but apparently we love him too much to belabor him in such a way with our, you know, huge amount of children. 2 children. So, this was really, really fun. Thank you so much again, Jesse's Reader, for coming up with this. This is great, and I hope you guys have fun with it, too. I will see you later. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.